as it relates to vehicles, that would be Keith Freeman question because he's the one handles the vehicles, as you know this already. But no, but you know all this already. So when we get to the when we get to the board meeting, I don't understand why we grandstand. You said
grandstand. That's what she called being held accountable.
This young lady had to brilliantly set her up just to be able to ask a question that she should be able to freely ask. And if you have nothing to hide or you haven't done what you're being accused of, then simply say, no, here it is. And here's that information. And here's the information for that. You know, and you don't have to worry about grandstanding or anything. You just present the information. You just clarify everything. You just clean it up the correct way but you can't. You can't. And then you're guilty.
Do you have a copy of the contract with Enterprise in front of you that says that, hey, listen, these are a list of vehicles that could be swapped out that was already prior approved for the board?
Absolutely. You know,
yes, he does.
Wow.
I'm sure Jason House is a good dude. I met him in person, stuff like that. And he does put in work, but I don't know, man. It's like I like the way she get down. You know what I'm saying? And during these town hall meetings, like if like I like when especially when I first started like watching this stuff, I'm like, man, how come Kiana don't go for mayor? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, well, like, you know, I'm gonna let Dalton decide or whatever like that. If they wanted, if she don't want to do it, it is what it is. But I think she'll be a great mayor for that town for Dalton.
Yeah, she's pretty
she's passionate and she's very she loves this shit. She love her little town.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host, HC, aka Higher Thinking. And right now we are continuing our coverage of the Dalton's town hall meeting, and in this one, we have quite the back and forth going on between Tiffany Henyard and the trustees, and what's going to happen here is going to be quite interesting, to say the least. So check it out.
$788.58. My motion is to approve the bills with the following items removed.
Second.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
On this page where Enterprise fleets, I know that the gentleman has stated that the payments were delinquent, and I asked for a copy of the leases. We approved this in September 7th of 2021. Based on because I went back to look at the YouTube, we approved to trade out the vehicles. The vehicles that we have, because we currently had at that time 46 vehicles. You guys have about 30 new vehicles, which totaled $1,105,000 and some change. My question to that was, and I asked I don't know what Devontae's title is at this point, but I asked in reference to, did we turn in some vehicles? Because when I looked at the meeting, it said based on we were going to be turning in vehicles for the lease for the fleets. None of the guy, Christopher Fry, who emailed me back, said that none of the vehicles was turned in. So if we didn't turn in any vehicles and we purchased 28 new vehicles, because that's what the exact total is, 28 new vehicles, where are those old vehicles?
So why don't you think we have the old vehicles?
You said what?
I said, why you don't think we have the old vehicles?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. I was asking a
So pay attention to this setup. She's setting a layup right now.
question, but the reason I'm asking that is because historically, if you're selling anything, it should go through the board. Because in 2021, you put that you were selling some stuff in the basement and you bought it in front of us and said, this stuff is a surplus, that we have to go in front of the body to sell stuff. But y'all been selling these cars on govdeals.org and it hasn't came across the board.
Now, peep this spin artistry.
First of all, we didn't sell anything from out of the basement.
Lie. I got it. Her name is
We did
Molly.
not sell anything from out of the basement. When you guys said you did not want to clean, hold on, you did. When you guys said you did not want to clean Village Harvest, right when I got in office, all that trash, all that junk, whether it was couches, furniture, is still down there now. So we did not. As it relates to vehicles, that would be Keith Freeman question because he's the one handles the vehicles, as you know this already. But no, but you know all this already. So when we get to the board meeting, I don't understand why we grandstand. You said
grandstand. That's what she called being held accountable, right?
Mm-hmm. Grandstand.
Like, I'm sorry. Can anybody fill me in as far as what's so wrong with grandstanding when you're at a town hall meeting where clarity in front of the audience who's paying the tax dollars, who's paying tax money to fund this whole entire campaign. Like, it isn't grandstanding. I would like somewhat necessary in order. I mean, if she want to call this grandstanding, I would argue that it's necessary in order for the townspeople to completely understand the gravity of the situation that they're investing all their tax dollars into. Like, what are you talking about here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and then this young lady had to brilliantly set her up just to be able to ask a question that she should be able to freely ask. And if you have nothing to hide or you haven't done what you're being accused of, then simply say, no, here it is. And here's that information. And here's the information for that. You know, and you don't have to worry about grandstanding or anything. You just present the information. You just clarify everything. You just clean it up the correct way but you can't. You can't. And then you're guilty. And
then here comes the spin archery. And then here you try to make it sound the other people, make them sound better. Oh, y'all just grandstand. Y'all just doing this. Y'all just doing like a bunch of things that she trying to make sound like it's a bad thing. A lot of people don't even know what grandstanding even means. You know what I'm saying?
That's why she said it.
Crazy, right?
They're gonna be like, yeah. Don't know what the fuck.
She's grandstanding. All right. Grandstander. What?
Wow.
Nigga, you serious? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Well, were they grandstanding when they didn't have the media there in that room, when they didn't have any kind of cameras in that room, when nothing was being recorded? Were they grandstanding then when they was asking you the same questions that caused them to have the media involved and other people on the outside of the village involved? I mean, it wasn't grandstanding then. It's grandstanding now because I get to show the world what you're doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I got help now. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy to me, man. Mm-hmm. Completely insane. Like the words people come up with, the terminology people come up with or use just to try to belittle some good accountability. Some good accountability. Cap, I mean, cringe to me. Very much so cringe. And I want everybody watching these shows, watching our streams, to understand that not to, or you know what I'm saying, not to fall for the okie doke. This when people say don't fall for the okie doke, if you ever question what that ever meant, this is what the okie doke is.
You perfect example, right?
Yeah.
Quote, I spoke to Keith Freeman. So if you guys have that type of rapport, why don't you do that before you get it instead of putting on the show? And you would have got your answer instead of putting on the show once again.
So real quick. She's saying we should have had this conversation before these cameras started rolling.
Because that's why she said, "Oh, you're grandstanding." So you should have came to me privately, but you see the media here, so you were not going to answer me at all.
This is how it's going to go behind closed doors when the cameras is off, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you talk to me in private, and I might you cut this one of me little kickbacks. You feel me?
I sold a couple cars. Here, I got 1,000.
Yeah,
right.
Just little 1,000, go home.
You know how Tasha get down. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know how they do it on Power.
And they pockets hurt right now, so I would have took the little 1,000 fucking. Them taxes just went up for
all right. Anyway, I got it. Quit playing, man.
Okay, so let me say this, because I think that, for one, you never addressed the fact that it was supposed to go through the board. However, you just wanted to spend it. Two, I did speak to Keith Freeman. Keith, when I called you about what?
I think that's a.
When I called you, what did I call you about?
Hold up, stop. Before you start with the whole stuttering thing, just relax. Everybody relax.
Just stop before you start the whole stuttering thing.
But see, that's a tactic. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you come logic. I came to you and asked, I just call you, and what did I talk to you about? Oh, stop with all the stuff. I'm finna just take everybody's mind and make it focus on you stuttering.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And but go ahead.
Yeah, it's a try. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think people. I mean, like I said, hopefully people are smart enough to still be fired up about why they what's going on with these cars and stuff like that, and why that wasn't passed. Why selling those cars wasn't ran across the board. You know what I'm saying? Or voted across the board.
I'm very
and instead done in private.
All right, citizens, be quiet, let them talk.
I think the first thing is that if you did have a question, I think the best thing to do, because you know I would have answered the question, is if you called me. I think I would have answered the question. If I couldn't answer the question, at least I would have been able to tell you I can't answer the question. Second thing is all fleet. Every single vehicle that's in our fleet is being managed by the police department. We have a spreadsheet. And I would have been able to tell you which vehicles have been swapped out and which ones weren't. The other thing is, the last part is to answer all of your questions is that if you and I had a conversation with Chris Fry, then maybe we would have been able to get to the bottom of it, and as opposed to answering it right now, and it's a loaded question, and I have nothing in front of me to answer. One more thing. I think this is really, really important. And this enterprise deal was done prior to me being here.
Correct.
It was a Dorothy Brown deal.
That's correct.
So if I don't have the contract in front of me, and the contract doesn't say, hey, listen, maybe these particular vehicles are being swapped out, this VIN number, this VIN number, this VIN number, swapped out for this amount, this amount, this amount, then I can't tell you that. So I agree that it's a valid question. But what I think is a better way of communicating with me and probably everybody else, so we don't get all the ahs and ohs, is maybe you can contact me and maybe we can continue the relationship that we have of communicating prior to us getting here. That would have been respectful, so we wouldn't just be put on the hook like that.
That's true, and you know what? And I definitely appreciate that. But as our conversation went, when I asked about why our agenda items wasn't on there, and he said, "Well, then that conversation when the mayor was not available, it should have been that somebody would have got back to us." So I'm not trying to put you on the hook for anything. She the one said talk to you about it. I know exactly when it took place. Dorothy Brown was here. The lease was signed October 15th. I don't need you, me, and Chris Fry on there. What my conversation was to you about, or to the board or whoever is running the day-to-day operations, is that if these are something that, not even the cars, the fact that selling anything that's a surplus goes in front of the board of trustees. Am I not right?
You're right about that, but
Okay.
we didn't have a conversation about that on the phone.
That's
you didn't
true.
mention that on the phone. What you mentioned to me was that you would like to place on the agenda a discussion item. You didn't say, and I quote, "I want to discuss this prior to me putting it on the agenda." That's one. The second thing is that part of that agreement may say that you are swapping out whatever those vehicles are. And I can't have an intelligent conversation with you about that if it's not in front of me. I think to be helpful to one another, so I can be prepared, so that the mayor can be prepared, and everyone in our administration can be prepared, it would have been better served for us to have that conversation prior to now.
That's fine. Take the cars out. The issue is anything that goes as a surplus that's being sold by the Village of Dawson, does it go in front of the board of trustees? Yes or no?
Yes. Now, can
Okay.
I ask you a question? May I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Do you have a copy of the contract with Enterprise in front of you that says that, hey,
Watch
listen,
this.
these are a list of vehicles that could be swapped out that was already prior approved for the board?
Absolutely. You know.
Yes, she does.
Wow.
I got
Bars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, she don't
Wow.
play around.
Yeah, I always fuck with her. That's one of my favorite people.
Kiana does not play around, bro. She
She
said,
on
"Of course
the
I
ass.
got it."
Yeah, she be on the ass, man.
For real.
email that says, "Hi, Kiana. Attached is the current."
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. Like, in my opinion, I mean, I'm sure Jason House is a good dude. I met him in person, stuff like that. And he does put in work, but I don't know, man. It's like I like the way she get down. You know what I'm saying? And during these town hall meetings, like if like I like when especially when I first started like watching this stuff, I'm like, man, how come Kiana don't go for mayor? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, well, like, I'm gonna let Dalton decide or whatever like that. If they wanted, if she don't want to do it, it is what it is. But I think she'll be a great mayor for that time for Dalton.
Yeah, she's pretty
She's passionate, and she's very she love this shit, and she love her little town.
You know what I'm saying?
The lease schedules, as well as the list in the Excel of current vehicles on the lease with Enterprise. I don't see where we ever received a vehicle to sell on your behalf or to trade in. Also, I've attached a master lease agreement in case that you need it for a reference. I'll work on pulling all of the invoices. Please let me know about payment.
So you answered the question yourself.
No.
The question. Listen,
That's not the
listen.
question.
Listen. Wait, hold on.
That's not the question.
No.
Because I have a separate list of an
You're not
Excel
listening
sheet
to
of
what I'm
cars that
saying.
have been sold.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you guys already
Yes,
have a
yes.
master list of the vehicles that are supposed to be sold,
It's not you guys. Kiana does.
Kiana, okay. Trustee Belcher, if you have a master list of the vehicles that are always supposed to be sold, then you already agreed to it as a board.
No.
And without,
This is the list of cars that we purchased, not to be sold.
that's what I asked. That's the question.
This is the list of cars
No.
that we purchased.
You missed
Okay.
the question.
Okay, guys. So you do know
the
this is
end
on
all was, if they're selling anything, it should go
So
in
you know
front of
y'all
the
can talk.
board.
bring
Excuse
it
me?
home.
You know
There
this
go.
is on the agenda item, so I guess we're not gonna discuss it no longer after y'all get done.
I mean, as long you keep putting a fire mic on there, so as many times as we can put it on there, we can.
No, what I'm saying is you're discussing it now. We're in the middle of bills. That's an
And
item
this is
to
a
be
and
discussed.
this is a financial
Okay.
issue.
And that's fine, but I'm saying it's on the agenda for discussion. So
And
why
this
would
is
we
a
not?
financial issue.
You won't listen. Forget. All right, Keith, that's enough. All right, what else? Anything else? That's it. We done.
I do have one comment if I
Go ahead.
I just want to, and this is more a matter of record because I heard the firefighter
make mention about the bills not being paid, or that the board were not responding. On this warrant list, I'm looking at the Dalton professional firefighters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 payments, one from an April 5th payday, one from May 17th payday, one from December 29th, 23 payday, one from April 19th payday, one from May 31st, and one from 6/14, totaling $5,980. That is included on this list. It's included for payment, but I want to make sure that the hardworking firemen know that the board is just seeing this for the first time, and we're glad to approve these items when they are presented. Thank you.
So for anybody that's not filled in already, the literal fire department is beefing with Tiffany Henyard because they're not getting paid.
Yeah, they've been getting paid for months. They said.
Yeah. So now apparently this has just been this is news for the trustees, and now they're gonna put some attention on it because the fire department does deserve to get paid. Obviously, they do service the city. It seems to be pretty frequently. Judging from their reports at every month. But yeah, it must be a heartbreaking thing to do all this work but not get.
So was he just saying that they had been paid during these months that he mentioned, or they will pay them for these months because they just getting? Sound like you said the board is just getting this information.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna work it into the budget, right? That's pretty much what's going on. So, and apparently them getting paid was not in the budget, which is ridiculous to me. So, but yeah, there's gonna be a little bit more to this, but
All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When we discuss bills, and this is mainly just so we clear for the residents. The point is that there's a mismanagement of money, and they're not prioritizing the spending. That's the entire part. That's the household for us, because as residents, our goal is to make sure that when you all call, you all have these services. But if they continue to mismanage the money when they're sitting in first class seats, but they can't fix the streets, that's a problem. So we have an issue where even when we talk about the leases, the issue of the leases coming up is the fact that, yes, we did as a board vote on the enterprise contract because we did feel as if it was necessary to have newer cars for our employees. However, when you have $1 million in leases that we did not approve, the issue is that we cannot afford it. Let's take the Tahoes back with all of that interest and pay the firefighters what is due to them moving forward. There are other ways to spend this money. We're not prioritizing. Everything is a party. There's nothing to celebrate when you have employees that are not being taken care of the right way, when they're not being compensated properly. So again, these things are not being brought in front of the board. And what happens is we're going broke. And we continue to say this, and this is a big issue. So again, I'm going to say there's a lack of transparency. We know that there's a lot of things that's going on that we don't even know about, such as with the credit card statements. They continue to refuse to give us those. They increased that credit card limit from $20,000 a month to $50,000 a month, and every month it's replenished.
Share that. Extend the credit line. Go ahead.
She needs an applaud. You should hit the applaud button on her.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is we're sinking here.
Yeah.
We don't have the budget. You guys keep playing games, money,
parties,
not informing us.
These parties are lit, bro.
Everything that you've mentioned is some form of a celebrational party that you've done for the city. Entertainment. You should be doing things that's going to bring money into the city immediately and in the long term.
Yes, sir.
I thought that's what the mayor's job was.
So that was your answer to my previous question from earlier, right? Well, is all this partying and these little things, these little get-togethers and events and all that stuff? Is this the proper investment for this town? That's gonna be good for the townspeople? No,
even though that's, like I said, that is an important thing, but. When you don't have money for your rent and your light and your gas, you don't go to the club. Well, most people don't go to the
responsible people.
Right, responsible people will not go and spend money on frivolous things before they take care of the bills in the household. It's the same thing with this village, man. She's the mayor. This is her house. She needs to take care of the bills before she starts to try to manipulate these people by throwing new rinks in and. What did you call it?
Parade. It's just smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors and stuff.
Yeah, whole lot of misdirection.
Yeah.
All right.
And things are being spent every month, and of course, it's unbeknownst to the board. So again, residents, these are issues. These are the reasons why you see us have this back and forth, because you all need to know how the money is being spent. I heard her make a comment regarding taxes. It's unbelievable to me that you sit here and tell a resident that we're the reason why their taxes are increasing when we all know that you don't follow a budget. So common sense tells us all, anybody who have a household, that when you don't follow a budget, you cause a deficit. Any money that's not approved for, so that $1 million skating rink that wasn't approved for, guess what? The taxpayers have to pay for it somehow. So whether the board approved it or not, we're all still paying for it, because again, with a deficit, anytime there's overspending, that difference is on the backs of the taxpayers. So despite the things that are going on in the south suburbs in general, you have a leader who continues to spend, and that's the reason why taxes are increasing, because they cannot follow a budget to save their lives. Thank you.
Any thoughts on like what was going on here, y'all?
That was it.
I mean, she was spot on with everything she said. I mean, the reason why your taxes go up because these motherfuckers don't know how to balance the books properly and keep a budget properly. So to blame it on the township people why your taxes going, no, it's your fault, because you keep excessively spending money. Like she said, y'all selling cars behind the board's back, not accumulating the funds. Like, where's the money going? You doing basically private sales with township taxpayers' dollars, and they pocketing the money. And like the extensive credit line, you went from 20 grand to 50 grand, and they won't show you the credit card bill. They won't show you what they spending the money on, because she having her a good old time, spending $50,000 a month.
They just spent $65,000 on some banners. Yeah, with Tiffany Henyard's face on it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
As well as transportation campaigning. I think she went to Springfield and some other places.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's recent, ain't it?
Yeah, very recent.
Okay, we gotta check that out then.
And then
Springfield. Wait, what is she going to Springfield for when the people don't this?
No, that's where they go make the laws.
That's where they go. All right,
that's where you gonna make your law.
For sure.
Why would you fly there? I don't. But.
Oh, she wild.
Yeah, this young lady used the same analogy. If anybody would want to have a home who has a budget, going to take care of the budget. And what's left, maybe take the kids to the movie, but they ain't going to the movie until I pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? And then what's up with that guy? He's really quiet. Holmes,
Trustee Holmes. He banned that dude. He says yes and no. That's all he says every week, every month.
Cause you ain't gonna get my man on nothing. He said, "I'm done talking."
Yeah, you better be done talking shit.
He's like, I'm just yay and nay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
One thing to add to that. It's a shame when we make bills and we don't pay our bills. If you look at those beautiful signs down Sibley, we still owe $65,000, $65,700 as of today's date. These people are looking for their money.
Bro, hold on. My bad. They even pay him. They don't have the money to pay these people. They just want the. How you just be buying shit but don't have the money to? How do you even? Do, whatever. Let's keep going.
They continue to do reckless spending when we already owe so many vendors. It's sad that we constantly keep making bills on top of bills that we are not paying. The email is here. So again, when you say it's a lie, it's fake news, it's right here in black and white. I spoke to them Friday. They want their money, and who can blame them? But come down Sibley, as I told them, and you can see all your beautiful banners hung on Sibley. But today's date, they have not been paid. It's a shame that we cannot pay the vendors. And we sit here and say, it's a lie, it's a lie. It's no lie. It's the truth. We're not paying our bills. So let's stop making bills until we pay the bills that we have already made. Thank you.
Okay, so in the end, everybody made their little victory speech. Hey, great.
Victory speech.
Wow.
Victory speech. Reducing everything. Bro, she got hit upside the head from left, from right. Bro, it was like what was Buddy's name from Naruto? Fighting the pain and the 6 days and all this shit. Yeah, it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad she was getting beat down. And then she's gonna say, okay, y'all did y'all little. She holding her ribs talking about, okay, y'all did y'all little victory speech.
Bleeding at the mouth and nose.
Come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Tiff, get it together.
But the truth is, you guys don't pay people because you pull them off the warrant list. The residents not slow. They see what's going on. You saying pay the vendors, they did the work. But yet, y'all just took 100 people off from getting paid. They did the work, right? They pay them. Approve it. But y'all won't do it. But everybody give a speech about, hey, we're not paying people. That's because the board chooses not to pay certain people. You take certain people out. That's called targeting. And
Yeah,
I
we
get
ain't
it,
got the money,
because you
bitch.
guys
Yeah.
want to control the narrative of
Because the things that they approve to pay is still sitting on the damn tables.
Right.
What? Just keep moving. Just watch.
everything, but you're the one creating all the
The
chaos
rebuttal's coming.
and all the misunderstanding. Because once again, I've stated before, if you really wanted answers, you would call. I always say call me, now y'all call me, and you would come and sit down and talk about whatever you feel you don't like, don't understand. But you guys don't do that. It's all about a show for everybody now, and that's what's so sad. So then when we get out here, we gotta try to lie to the public about whatever's going on. Just like how y'all talking about the firemen and they came up. Of course, you know I'm gonna get to the bottom of whatever it is. I'm gonna do a whole video about it, because just because somebody say something, don't make it true, don't make it factual until you fact check it. How you know it's true? And then you guys just allowing everybody's name about people taking things. No one's taking anything. For what? For what? So all I'm saying to y'all is like, come on, man, get some clarity to the why and want to help community. You guys on this board for 4 years and I see y'all do nothing at all but keep up chaos and mess and confusion. That's it. You guys are supposed to do what? Legislate. Y'all don't even do that. But y'all go have y'all little secret squirrel meetings and y'all put whatever y'all want for y'all agenda on the agenda. And then y'all come to the actual board meeting and cry about what y'all feel y'all can't do, but y'all go to the other meeting and do what y'all want to do. Don't make no sense. The residents not slow. They see this.
You see how he just gassed up the audience and like, yeah, the audience ain't gonna believe y'all. They smarter than that. The audience ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Ma'am, cut it out, ma'am.
Sound like they feminists with this Kamala Harris.
Oh goddamn, relax, bro. Wait till next week. God damn. Shit. We gotta.
And all I'm saying to y'all is like, talk before you get to the board meeting. Have conversations about something that's on the agenda before you get to the board meeting, so everybody will be prepared. Because when y'all ask the question, half the time they don't have it in front of them. But y'all job is to try to make people look like they're doing something they're not. Then when they give you the answer, you don't come back and clear it up. Just like the news don't. When they make a mistake, they just leave a mistake out there about whatever they said about a person. It's the same thing. But we can do better if we want better. But y'all don't want better. Y'all want to keep confusion up and chaos. And I'm tired of it. Y'all got to want to show the public that we can work together. We, us, at a board meeting. Think about it. We only see each other once a month. That's it. Once a month we see y'all. I don't see y'all at the grocery store. I don't see y'all at the gas station, at Walgreens. Hold on. I'm not done. I don't see y'all nowhere in the city that you so-called supposed to live in.
Ma'am, we are supposed to have 2 meetings a month. And you choose to have 1 meeting a month. She's talking all this trash about only seeing each other 1 time a month, and it's her decision. She makes the decision to only see everybody once. So why don't even bring this up? Because you're the one that's gonna be looked bad or talked down to when everybody realize you're the issue in this, or you're the person that made the call, or I'm sorry, that made the decision. Silly to me. This is so silly.
It's not a back and forth.
Wow. Don't. So all I'm saying to you.
You heard that? She's like, wow. Better yet.
Isn't that amazing?
Guys, is y'all gotta really, really want more than just creating a whole negative narrative every single time it's a board meeting. And that's why I normally don't give this any attention or time at this moment. I go let y'all vote because you guys already got your mind made up. It's my Open Meetings Act. How y'all voting the same? That means y'all met, talked about it, came up with a plan, came here, y'all all vote together. No matter what we say, even if we answer the question, you still vote against whatever we gave you the answer to. So it can't just
that's the thing, bro. You got just because you say you give a narrative. I mean, typically the damn counter argument is, how come y'all didn't come to us behind closed doors? Like, is that really the thing? Is that really, you think that's the big answer that everybody's asking for? It's not. Like, just because like I said, she don't want to. I just hate this type of comment. It's like, how you gonna just talk about what just happened in the most reductionary way possible, expecting it to fly over people's heads? Like we literally just talked about this like 10 minutes ago. Like y'all discussed this 10 minutes ago what the problem is, and you're gonna just say, oh well, y'all was just gas, y'all was just trying to grandstand. Like, nobody's doing any of these things that you're trying to reduce it to be. They're saying very detailed, specific things that you refuse to address because you rather talk about it behind closed doors. This is bad. This is just low level manipulation.
I'm afraid of transparency. I don't want people to know what I'm really doing. And whenever we meet privately and not in front of the cameras or any other the board, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you. I can say to you whatever I want to say to you. You see what I'm saying? And it's not documented. But I want to send her a message. Tiffany, the videos that you're doing, recording every month, the meetings and the media that's there, It's called video documentation. You're being documented right now. That's all I want to say.
All right.
Just be your way. It can't just be y'all right and we wrong. It don't work that way. We give you the facts, we give you the truth, and you guys still keep the turmoil going. We got to say enough is enough, and we got to move forward. And I get it, it's election time. Everybody got a voice. Everybody want to say something. Well, y'all could have been doing more work together, us together, before we got to this point. Because in 2 months, everybody up, right? Everybody up. And that's all it's about. It's all about attention. It's all about clickbait. It's all about, look at me, look what we doing. That's it. When y'all ain't really been doing nothing, and then y'all fight. Mayor, y'all go around the fact that you guys raise taxes. No matter how y'all try to sugarcoat that, the board raised your taxes. I don't care what they say, they raise your taxes. But yet they want to say stuff about a budget. When we give you a budget, you don't pass it. When we give you a budget and we go get the money and bring it back.
Mind you, we also showed that Tiffany Henyard also raised their taxes as well while she was a trustee. Just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Grant money. The lawyer had to tell y'all to put the grant money back in the budget. We wouldn't even be able to receive the money. But I don't see nobody else bringing funds into our community but me, the mayor.
That's your job.
But yeah, it's my job. Oh, okay, it's my job to go get the money. But yeah, y'all want to tell me what to do. It don't work like that.
That's our job.
I ran to lead. I didn't follow y'all. I don't follow people that ain't got no vision and nowhere to go. And I don't sit at tables where we do all this catting and talking about each other. I don't do that, but y'all do. So what I'm saying to you guys is, if we went and got funds for our community, to help our community and grow our community, we supposed to work together on what we're going to do next, not fight against somebody's vision because y'all don't have a vision. That's the sad part about it. I give you a vision, I give you what we're going to do next, but yet nobody wants to work together.
Mayor.
I'm done with it.
Okay, Mayor, can I ask, Mayor, I just have a question because you made that wonderful statement. I actually have two questions.
I don't have any more
if you say that we meet once a month, and every time, I've said this before, it don't never really go bad till we get to finance. Why is the finance person not here? Why is the person that cut the checks not here? Why isn't the CPA's office not here? That would solve a lot of things. Since you're talking about nobody calls you, nobody called Keith or whatever. You just said it out your mouth. We meet once a month. I mean, as much money as all these people, we just approved $43,000 for the CPA. The other person that's doing payroll stuff make almost $90,000. They can't afford one meeting a month to come and give us an explanation.
Pay attention.
And then you steady saying, yes, you went and got the money. I done asked for I don't know how many months. Where is it at? We waiting to see some type of receipt of a deposit, some type of something to say we got it. Well, we seen that we had it, but it hasn't hit the village of Dalton. So when you sat there and did all of that, nobody wants to go back and forth, but you can never give a definite answer. Have we received $6.8 million? Okay, why is the finance person? Last month, I asked the same thing. Why the finance person not here? No answer. It's Monday again. What is Monday, her off days? But maybe we should change the meeting. I don't know. But it don't make no sense that we have to keep doing this. It makes no sense at all.
Okay, I got one more comment.
Okay, after you, that's the end of discussion. We're gonna move on a vote so we can get through this agenda.
Just to follow up on Trustee Belcher's point, after last meeting, I did email the CPA and ask them to be present or in attendance. They responded saying that they were willing. They were actually here in the parking lot and were not allowed into the building.
Wow.
Information that if we can share with others or we can put on our Facebook.
You heard that?
Wow. Are you serious?
So, this thing rewinded. Hold on a second. But yeah, they were willing to show up. They were willing to talk about finance and all that stuff. Do their job. Do what they pay to do. But weren't allowed in the building. Wow. What y'all think? Who do you think made that decision? Why you think they made that decision? And how you think everybody reacts to it?
They need to be there with a lawyer and then be escorted into that building, man. That's criminal, man. And you can't do that. Wow.
So she just
and anything logical, she's not going to answer you back logical with any kind of reasoning or anything. No, she's going to always
just get to talking and some dumb nigga shit.
Right,
exactly. I be like, man,
thank you, Kimo.
This shit is like, man, this shit's bad. All this, she's never addressing none of the shit you saying. It's your fault. Cause y'all the reason we got to talk to y'all to get shit paid. Wow. Because bitch, you over here just lying. Like the 6.8 million never came to the pink, man. Keep talking about you went and got the money. Where's the money? She like a deadbeat dad. I got you, son. I got you. I never seen that nigga in many Fridays, man. I ain't seen that nigga.
Man, that's super crazy, bro. Let me So let me go ahead and find this last little part, and we can kind of wrap it up.
Even if we answer the question, you still vote against whatever we in the budget.
A wonderful statement. I actually have
I
two
don't have
questions.
any discussion. We're gonna move on.
Why the finance person not here? No answer. It's
Right? Is that it? All right, call the roll.
She
All right, call the roll.
It's so funny.
Right? Is that it? All right, call.
no, but something to say we got. Well, we seen that we had it, but it hasn't hit the village of Dalton. So when you sat there and did all of that, nobody wants to go back and forth, but you can never give a definite answer. Have we received $6.8 million? Okay, why is the finance person? Last month, I asked the same thing. Why the finance person not here? No answer. It's Monday again. What is Monday, her off days? But maybe we should change the meeting. I don't know. But it don't make no sense that we have to keep doing this. It makes no sense at all.
Okay.
All right.
I got one more comment.
Okay, after you, that's the end of discussion. We're gonna move on a vote so we can get through this agenda.
Just to follow up on Trustee Belcher's point, after last meeting, I did email the CPA and ask them to be present or in attendance. They responded saying that they were willing. They were actually here in the parking lot and were not allowed into the building. Thank you.
You hear the crowd? Wow. Because just so y'all know, the crowd ain't going. There's no microphones out there in the crowd. Mm-hmm. They try to purposely space the crowd from the mics. From the microphones. Yeah. Absolutely to reduce the kind of like the group reaction to. But yeah, they listen to every word that we just heard and they digested it just fine, and it's it's incredible. But yeah, watch what her rebuttal is.
All right, is that it? All right, call the roll. She.
Pristine rebuttal. Pristine. What she said? Didn't say a word. Yeah, nothing.
Wow.
She ain't got nothing. There's nothing for. There's no. She knows there's no way for the defender. So
wow.
She got caught red-handed, and instead of saying anything, she's just like caught a row.
Hey man, like Grandma said, if you ain't got something smart to say, you need to shut the fuck up.
That's how it go.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
he be tricking us.
All right, call the roll.
They laughing. And
Trustee
everything.
Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
No.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is new business. Motion to terminate contract of Otis, Stark, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath.
So that's pretty much it for the dominant end of the townhouses. Kind of wanted everybody to see the exchange that's been going on between Tiffany Henyard and the Dalton trustees. Of course, there's more to see, but by all means, like check it out for yourselves and all that stuff. It's definitely much more content for y'all to kind of to check out, especially regarding the Tiffany Henyard and not paying the fire department, all those things, and then some. So. But on behalf of the Black Delegation podcast, it's been a blessing for y'all to come through for us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.